to you, did you ever see any other application rejected as deficient?
No.
Didn't you see people that came up to you that you rejected, that went to someone else, and then they accepted that person?
See, the location where I was working, I remember a few times. I mean, I would say the first 2 weeks from October 5th, the first week is October 5th. That's the first day the early voting started at satellite locations. Then second week of October 12th. Daily, I would say the first week we had like about 8-9 voters all day from 9 till 6. Then second week maybe about 15, but the third week and the last week of October we had more, and I remember two or three times. I had to reject. I think at 2 or 3 occasions to reject the ballot, and they were so angry, and they were so angry, and they will sometimes get call you all kinds of names. Oh, you are saying I cannot vote? You don't count my ballot? And things like that. I will say, so I'm so sorry, I cannot do, then I will ask my supervisor what to do. And then supervisor will say, Jesse, I don't know. Then, he will say, oh, I have other places, I will go and vote. Okay, then he will just walk out. So I don't know whether he went to the nearest one. On the website, you can go to any location. There are 23 satellite locations. You can go to any of the satellite locations.
Ms. Jacob?
Yes.
I don't want you to do this if you feel uncomfortable, but would you be comfortable taking your mask off so that people can hear you more clearly?
Can you hear me now?
Can everyone hear it clearly?
We can hear it. We can hear you.
Okay. Now the supervisor you originally had when you first were there, did you observe her coaching voters to vote for Biden and the Democrat ticket?
Yes.
And then as it got closer to the election, in fact, in the day or two before the election, were others of the workers there helping people to vote for Biden and the Democratic ticket, and even going into the little booth with them?
Yeah, I remember on November 2nd specifically. That's the last day of absentee voter. November 2nd, 4 p.m. That's the deadline. So that day we had lots of people coming to the center, and I remember. Let me be honest with you. I don't remember that person's name, but he was working as a ballot runner, and he was going to the polling booth and standing by the side of the voter and helping them to complete the ballot, assisting the voter. I was really concerned, but I didn't say anything. I don't know whether my supervisor saw that. She was in the room, but he was doing that.
Did you find that wrong, unacceptable?
I knew it is wrong, but I didn't say.
Pardon me?
I knew it is wrong, but I'm just a processor there. It's up to the supervisor. I didn't say anything.
And then was there a day when 3 people came in wearing Black Lives Matter t-shirts? I think it was on November 2nd, you said? They were going to the voting booth and helping people to vote?
No, what they did was, I think it was earlier than that. I don't remember the exact date, but they were 3 of them. One was holding the flag and one was wearing, I think all of them were wearing the Black Lives Matter or something like that. And one of them, actually, he wanted to drop his, they were there to drop off their absentee ballot. So they walked into the room and they were dropping, one of them were dropping the ballot into the box. So the other one was cheering and the other one was taking pictures and things like that. I knew it is also not right, but I cannot do anything. I was just sitting on my desk and doing my processing job, that's all.
Now, about 14 days before the election, your supervisor, who I think you told me her name is Carl, said that she had a meeting with her boss and that you should stop asking for driver's license or photo ID.
Yeah, what she told me was they are all registered voters. You don't need any photo ID or driver's license. They can just come and vote. Let the people vote. So basically, but as a processor, I was not comfortable doing that. So myself, I was when they come to my table, I used to ask them at very low voice, "Can I see your driver's license, please?" I used to get from all of them to make myself comfortable when I am issuing the ballot. But I was told not to ask because they are all registered voters.
You asked them for driver's licenses and photo ID?
Yes, I did.
And what happened?
I mean, that way I can verify their signature, the signature on the driver's license, with the signature on the application, and also the signature in the QVF. So I can verify all those three. And when they return the ballot to me, I can see how they are signing on the absentee ballot envelope, the return envelope. So basically, all 4 locations, in the QVF file, on the driver's license, and on the application, and on the ballot return envelope. So
Yeah.
they are good. If all 4 of them are matched, I will receive that ballot into the QVF, I'll save it, and I will place my initial on the ballot return envelope, ballot number, date, and again initial. So 2 initials I have to place on the ballot return envelope when I am receiving the ballot into the QVF. So I was doing that for each and every ballot that I issued. That's what is required by the Michigan official manual.
Now, your co-workers didn't do that, and they asked you, didn't they? Why do you do it? And didn't you say, for my peace of mind?
Yeah, the driver's license, but the point when they said you don't need driver's license, I said for my peace of mind, I'm going to ask. Anyway, I'm going to get the driver's license, and sometimes you won't be even able to read the name on the application the way some people write. So I really want, for 2 reasons, to enter the voter's name correctly into the system, and also to verify the signature. And also, of course, the photo ID.
Did you also have to check signatures?
Yes, you do. That's the first thing you do before you even start processing the ballot.
And weren't you on several occasions, didn't you turn people down?
Yeah.
Got very angry at you, and then they went to one of your co-workers, and your co-workers accepted them?
One time I remember one young gentleman, he signed totally different, and he said, "Oh, that." Then I showed him his signature at QVF file. I turned my laptop and showed to him, "See how is your